Hello, everyone.
Was it just me, or did that seem quieter than usual?
Go on, Don. Tell them why you're
Hey,
not
can you hear
dressed
me?
as a dinosaur. Yeah, I can hear you. Don? Oh, boy. Okay. Hello, everyone.
Go.
This is the
Am I there?
Rayjet 1 hour challenge, and
Why
Don is
can I not
having
hear
some
you?
technical difficulties. And apparently he cannot hear me. I'm pretty sure I can hear myself. Hey, Randy, can you hear me? I'm pretty sure like my voice is it's you know being caught on by the mic, right?
Hello,
Maybe. Hello.
Miguel. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you perfectly. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Finally. Okay. So
Exactly. What a
we're on.
scary start.
Not not as scary as the flood,
Yes.
which was
Nothing is
in
as
the
scary as
last
the flood
yeah,
week.
which was in the last Halloween month
It was.
stream, right?
Yes.
And first, we gotta apologize to everyone, for fans
100%.
or people that come to here to ask things from us, and joke around. We have been not doing a lot of streams because of a lot of reasons, but mainly because our like Prince John Connell, took the reins
Oh
and went
my.
away to Montreal. So right now he's in
Yes.
Quebec and not in Mississauga anymore, which made it really hard for us to keep with the streams. You know,
That's true. That's
but
my fault. I should say, like, I wasn't as I should have been a little bit, or I wish I had been a little bit more vocal in the last month in terms of why some of our content slowed down. I know we did a couple of streams with James and different things, but you know. Now that I'm safely in Montreal, you guys can see that my background's a little bit different. It's going to continue to change sort of as the weeks go on, but I want you guys to sort of join me. I'm going to get Miguel to help me out as much as I can. He's a very busy man these days, but I'm going to get Miguel to help me out as much as he can to try and to sort of set up the streaming space in the Montreal office. I want your guys' suggestions and what you'd like to see. I told Miguel yesterday I specifically want to put up a Trotec sign that will outdo the one in Lev's office. Uh, if you're if you're wondering why we're able to talk about the flood, it's that because we're not in the Mississauga office currently. Now the curse is off, the hex is over. We can talk about it and not have to be afraid that you know.
uh,
but so yeah, Miguel's exactly right. This kind of came together at the last moment. I apologize for the last minute notice, but from here on out, you have
and
my word that we are back to pretty much normal.
for now, and maybe a few streams later, still will be a little bit off. Camera quality, internet connection. There will be some like restructuring to do, but yeah, Don moved. Randy, he is in Montreal now, so it would take a while for us to get back in our feet and do the exact same thing that we were doing before. With the same quality as well. Actually, better. I hope now that we have an actual studio to do this.
That's my plan. I'm importing internet devices from other provinces just to make this as good as I possibly can. Also,
Yeah.
you guys should know I've decided I didn't have a costume this morning currently because a lot of my clothes are still in storage. I've gone as basically as like teenage me. So I've got my I've got my spookiest hoodie that I could find, and then I have a blazer on. I went to a Catholic school, so you know
Well,
it's very
there
hot in
you
here.
go.
I gotta be honest.
I don't have a costume because, well, I'm in Brazil and there's no Halloween in Brazil, and you won't find any adult costumes around here. And my head is pretty big to just buy a hat, so you know, we kind of skip that. However, we are gonna do Halloween decorations,
Yes.
and uh, like we were talking about some issues with the movie, there were some issues with the pipeline of our project as well. Hopefully, we'll be able to do more than one. Right? I already have a project that is spoopy that
Very
is
spooky.
already done. Late the party? Nah, not late. We just started. So uh, I have spoopy decorations, right?
Yep.
But since everything was kind of last minute, I had to ask Don to get some beads uh, from Michael's that you can. How much was it, Don?
About
So we can.
$5. Like
Yeah,
almost,
it
I'll
was.
try and show one on the laser cam here if I can. It's tough
Yeah,
to. But you guys can
100
really
beads for
see.
$5. So I mean, I don't know if Don will have time to calculate the ROI on the go, but it's really cheap. Yeah, a bead. You could show the bead sack, Don. I don't think it won't be.
Yeah, don't ever talk about my bead sack on stream. I think it was exactly as Miguel said. So 100 pieces. They're literally just metal rings. I tried
Yeah.
these pliers that I have this morning, but they didn't really work. But you can get kind of a general. I'll block the. I don't need to give bead
I think,
landing any special.
yeah, I think Don needs to hit the gym, but that's another discussion for
That's
another
correct.
time. He cannot open a bead. Um,
When you come back,
so,
I'm gonna test you on these beads. Go ahead. Sorry.
so I'm actually gonna open Ruby. Don, are we running Ruby on your end today?
Absolutely. So you go ahead and show it in Ruby, and I'll just get the laser up and running on this side.
Okay, great. So let me share my screen here. Sure, Ruby. Don't run anything now because I gotta send you the new file, right? And
Oh,
why
sure.
this is gotta change. This file, what I tried to do was like one of those wiggly skeletons, when you see hanging on some houses and they like wiggle around. I tried to do that. Actually, I accomplished that, but you know, the holes were too small. I mean, not too small, but to actually pop them off was a little harder than Dawn. And I want to also make.
So much BM for the first stream back.
I also wanted to make the holes a little bit bigger here. They're not close enough to the edge, so that makes the movement of the beads limiting, right? And as you can see, let me hide this. I separated in two parts, right? One is red with the green, and the other one's blue. So what we do, the red is going to be a cut line for 3 millimeters black acrylic satin, right? Don,
Yep, exactly.
help me up there. And the green one, it's markings for the blue one, which is Trolley's lights
No,
premium.
these are just regular 1.6 Trolleys. I've got
There we go.
a bunch of different colors and stuff, but I think because the skeleton is so like, I mean, it's the perfect like wiggly, when you think of those like wiggly decorations, it's the first thing that comes to mind. And then also, I know Miguel has some aspirations for some bigger, badder things, but like we wanted to nail the skeleton first, and then
Yep.
get out all the kinks.
Yeah, but like I said, first stream back, we want to make sure that things at least work. And the holidays are coming. We have ideas. Last Christmas stream was also incredibly fun. We can do some cool, yeah, we can do some cool stuff. We can actually do entire Christmas month. So, slow and steady. And yeah, so Don had a problem that some parts, like the spine, was too thick to fit in here, right? So what I would do is basically make sure that things are a little bit thin in some parts, like the spine. And what was the other part, Don, that you said it was not? Was the femur with the legs, right?
Exactly. So it's mostly just where the spine connects to the top of the pelvis and where it connects to the bottom of the rib cage, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, more or less, what I'm saying is the human body is just a bad design for the most part. Just really badly put together. Just come on, Darwin, get it together. I will say one thing I really liked about Miguel's design is so you'll see when we finish the build. If we can't get it done live on stream, obviously as usual, I will have it up on the Instagram this afternoon. But one thing you'll see when you finish the build is the level of detail that he was able to get in there. I'm curious to ask, like, I know we were just talking, and I don't mean to interrupt you. I know we were just talking about the different ways that like we were maybe modifying it just a little bit to make it easier for me. But I am curious, when you went about creating the file, like what was the process? Did you do like, was it a live trace style thing? Did you use like a pre-existing vector? What was the go-to?
It was, how do you call classic Machado style. I literally pen tooled my way into it. And I
No,
didn't, I
you
didn't
did
trace
not pen
anything.
tool the entire skeleton.
Yeah, I didn't trace anything. Like I know human
Wow.
anatomy. I've been drawing since I was a kid, so I actually curvature tool and pen tool my way into making that skeleton. I tried to make a little bit cartoonish, but I did underestimate the thickness of the acrylic, right? Because when I saw some references in Etsy or on Google, they were using really thin plywood or what wasn't it that wood that feels like cork? I forgot the name now. It kind of it breaks into like
Cord?
small. No, no,
You
no.
mean particle board, maybe?
What? What?
Particle board?
Maybe is that
That
one that
like
like
the stuff you put in like the back of like IKEA dressers and IKEA bookcases and stuff that are
yeah,
really flimsy.
exactly.
Yeah, particle
You
board.
can
Yeah.
yeah, you can break really easily. Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
So they're mostly made of that, So it's really thin compared to a 3 mil acrylic. And since I don't have the acrylic in my hands, I I kind of let it go. So what I'm gonna do to fix this one, Ruby, I I could have fixed in here, yes, but it would take a little bit more time. Ruby is great to fix some small issues, but these issues are a little bit, I won't say bigger, but more pronounced, right? And I will have to take some steps back. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open Illustrator, open the file in Illustrator, and try to do this in like 10 minutes.
No rush, no
Uh,
rush. We're taking it a little bit easy on these first streams back, you guys. I mean, like we didn't want to miss Halloween. It was such a special thing for us last year, and then I think also because Miguel had such a great idea, we're gonna have the return of some of our special guests in the coming weeks. I hope this one was just a bit too last minute, but obviously, our huge
Very
love.
last minute,
Yeah,
very last minute, not a bit.
I mean,
So
as ever, as always.
I mean, we're
Again,
discussing if we should do the stream this morning.
yes.
Like it was very last minute, but you know what? Let's do it slow and steady. By Christmas, we're gonna have like a show here with like 6 guests. Who knows, right?
You're gonna see a tree behind me. It's gonna be cool. Now
Yeah.
I'm committed to it. But I will say, guys, as I think Miguel's going to share his screen here again, but
Mm.
there's like a huge thank you to Miguel because, as I say, it was mostly on my side getting everything sort of set up and hooked up here in the Montreal office, where we're still sort of figuring out our internet situation. So, a huge thanks to Miguel for not only putting together this design, but basically doing it like in like 24 hours, which is why I thought for sure it had to be more or less like there's no way this was like a pen tool Marty, because like you guys should see if you can zoom in on the detail and the hand bones that you did, it is unreal. Like, yeah, those are
I had,
individual.
I had to simplify a lot of things that I did because I was getting really detailed. I was like, no, dude, this is gonna take forever to cut in. Nah, let's make it quicker. So
I
what I'm
appreciate it,
doing,
bro.
I'm deleting the. I went into wireframe right now, Control Y. So it makes it easier for me to delete the circles, right? Uh, and since the circles are a mask within the bones, I'm using the what is it? This selection direct selection tool. Yeah. So I can just select the anchor points and I can delete them. And as you can see, I'm a brute. I'm one of those designers. You won't see many, especially at my age. I simply refuse to do the most sophisticated way. So I'm literally doing this, but there are better ways. I mean, better
Well,
in workflow ways, but not faster. So
I was
there you
gonna say,
go.
like, is this an opportunity to bust out your favorite tool, the shape combining tool, basically,
It's
the
already open.
the best.
The Pathfinder is already open. That's what I'm gonna do. So actually, the fix is gonna be rather simple because his biggest issue was the holes and how they were so far apart, right? John, did you try the head hole
Yeah, it was
here?
fine. If you want to scoot it down just a little bit, because on the trolleys it starts to get very very close, that'd be great. But it was totally good.
The size was fine, or what?
Well, I'd want to increase the size on all of them, because what I found in building this was that, like, realistically, because the biggest hooks I could find are 6 millimeter in diameter, and like I say, so my acrylic, which I just put in there, but my acrylic is 3 mil, and then my Troles alone is like 1.6. So at that point, I'm at 4.5 mil already out of a 6 mil ring. So if I'm going to try and thread pieces on both sides, I'm going to be very, 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 very tight. So the bigger the loop is, to kind of make that whole process easier for me and my arms that Miguel's making fun of, the better.
I guess you could make Christmas tree decoration in some way. This is Calgary. Yeah, we're gonna do. We did Christmas decoration last year. We're probably gonna do it again. But we could. I mean, actually, we did Christmas decoration and gingerbread houses, right?
That's
I
true.
think it was 2 streams. So I'm 100% sure I won't be able to do a gingerbread house again. Unfortunately, Lane is not in Quebec with us to make a gingerbread slab, and I'm not gonna ask Don to go around to check for a gingerbread slab. But we're gonna do something cool.
We're gonna do something cool. You're exactly
Okay.
right. I like this question too from Doug. I mean, you can keep working here, but I'll just throw you some questions as we go. Thanks for saying that too, Doug. And as I say, it's on me, but more new streams coming back as we go. Could we do a challenge with the U300? That's definitely something I think we'd like to do at some point. Like, especially this year. I don't know if you guys will have seen our email that went out the other day, but all of our Canadian offices will have now received the R400, which is a really, really cool machine. The R400 has a lot of the best parts of the Speedy 400 and a lot of the best parts of like the R500 smashed together into one great machine. So I think, as the year goes on, particularly as Miguel's sort of alluding to, as we all sort of get back into our home offices and stuff, we'd really like to expand out from just the regular Rayjet into sort of other avenues of the Rayjet family and do more really cool,
Larger projects.
Exactly. Well, because especially I think there really is, and have it working thanks to James. That's exactly right. I have to say we had I have to give a huge shout out to James and the entire crew in the BC office. We did an open house in BC last week. That was a lot of fun. We had wonderful people come out, and I got to meet so many great people who really convinced me that it was important that we get back to the streams as soon as possible. So thank you guys so much for your kind words.
And if you guys saw down there, you can imagine he went from BC to Ottawa and then to Montreal in a week.
Well, I did Ontario to, Toronto to Ottawa to Montreal to Ottawa to Montreal again for the open house to Ottawa to BC for the open house, now back to Montreal, and now I'm moving. So it's been a it's been a heck of a time. I will say, I don't know if she's watching, but huge shout out to my wife, who basically has put up with me for the last month of stress. I've just been running all over the place, working at all funny hours. So yeah, a huge shout out to my families. So important in this holiday season. So Knives Out Records asks, it will be for paper. So you could hypothetically do this with paper. There's certainly no reason.
Absolutely.
Cardstock, as Miguel mentioned, like the ones he saw principally on Etsy. Maybe I could pull some of those up, but the ones he saw on Etsy were usually like wood, you were saying, right?
Yep, mostly woody.
What would you...
Because at the end of the day, the Halloween decorations you're putting outside of your house, right?
Yeah.
So there's wear and tear and wind, and especially in Canada, the wind is rather brutal. So, if it's paper, it's simply going to rip apart.
Yeah.
So a cheap wood is good, cheap plastic.
I could definitely see, like in a classroom or something, though, certainly. Like with a paper, you could you could make this design and then give it to like a young kid to color in, kind of cut out and stuff. It could be really, really cool. One thing I will say too, just a quick reminder to anybody who might be watching for the first time this week or watching this later on YouTube, a lot of these designs are completely available if you guys want to send us an email, youtube@troteclaser.ca. We will very happily send you guys a copy of the design so that you can make it yourselves and test it out.
Mm-hmm. And Amy, if you're watching this, I'm letting my hair grow back. There you go.
I have to ask you, Miguel, what did you search on Etsy to find these? Because I've just typed in the words jiggling Halloween decorations, and I'm sad that that's in my Google history forever.
Jiggly, no, wiggly.
Wiggly, okay, that's the...
Jiggly.
It's a great word. Let's see here. Actually, maybe I'll just do a quick search too, just for Halloween decorations, because I'm curious what
Yeah.
Etsy will throw out there. So, because in the Quebec office, one of our unfortunate casualties of the early show here is that I do not have a Rayjet sort of accessible at this time. So I'm going to be spooky scary using the Speedy 400. I'm afraid. I'm sorry about that. But the Rayjet will return. But one thing I really liked about this project too, that we didn't mention yet, is how scalable it is. Also, you were sort of
Mhm.
talking to this yesterday, Miguel, that like you could basically scale this up to almost any size, and it would work more or less the same way as long as you can find ways to make the wiggle happen.
Uh-huh. Yep. Exactly. Bigger rings. That's it. Oh my, like Corel 2021 Trotec Special. Where do I find the price of a choker and who do I contact? Uh, should I?
You go ahead,
Randy,
please.
yeah. I mean, you have my email. You can contact me, but anybody that wants stroke care, and if you don't know anybody from Trotec, you can go to mytrotec.ca, and it's one of the first things there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I just want to give a quick shout out to mytrotec.ca. That is your first stop for any tech or applications question. Always a great place to start, and full of really helpful tips and videos and all sorts of good stuff. While Miguel's working away, if you guys want to throw in any questions, obviously I'm always watching. But I want to show you guys some of these really cool Halloween decorations here on Etsy and stuff that I'm going to maybe quiz Miguel as we go to see if he thought this was something we could make on a laser. But I want to point out to you guys how again, on a smaller marketplace like this, or on Facebook Marketplace, like the Rayjet by and large is going to be about $200 or $300 roughly a month, leasing cost. And a lot of these projects, like this one here, I think is really, really cute. Basically, you could do this with a
There was
score.
one.
Sorry, go
There
ahead.
was one with a cat. If you go up, that is basically what we're doing, but without beads. Right? Go up a little bit.
I'm just
A
going to
little
be
bit.
careful because there are some here that have profanity that I don't.
Yeah, there. Yeah, the right.
These guys?
The purple cat.
Purple cat.
Yeah, you just passed it. Go down. It's
Oh,
it was there, like the purple cat.
this man?
Hey, you're
Oh, I'm lagging.
really
Never mind.
laggy.
That's the problem. Okay, hold
Yeah.
on. You'll see in a second. It'll catch up. But I have. Oh, I see the problem. Hold on. What I've done is.
Okay. See, first technical issues. I'll keep going uh with the skeleton, but let's. Oh, he tries to do that. But basically, what I'm doing here is I'm increasing the size of the holes, and as you can see, I deleted everything from the other side because it's going to be mirrored, so I can just literally copy paste that. Same thing in here, and to make my life easier because I don't. I mean, why wouldn't I? Right? I'm just going to object offset path and making an offset path here to glue it together with unite, right? And I Control X, delete the last foot, Control F, and there we go. We have a feet here.
Super
Well,
simple.
it's not as nice as it was before, but you know, let me see.
I mean, one thing we could add in the future, if you wanted to sort of delve deeper into this project at some point, is you could do like a an engraving on top. You know what I mean? To like flesh out the
Hmm.
individual bones. If that was something
Hmm.
you guys wanted to look at, certainly. I believe Lev maybe is working in the back here as my very generous producer. He mentions exactly.
Lev?
So yes, LCD is talking about the promo for Corel that went out yesterday. He's exactly right. So our customer
Oh,
service is going to
there was
reach
a
out next week. Yeah, there was a promo. Sorry, Miguel. That started. Well, the email went out yesterday, but it starts next week on Monday. It starts on
okay.
November 1st. So when it comes to getting Corel directly from Trotec, we're going to be giving all laser customers roughly, it's just a little bit over $100 off the MSRP on the new 2021 CorelDRAW Creative Suite, and any Trocare customers get $200 off.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. And not to mention the fact that Trocare is just a great deal in general. I won't make you guys listen to a whole spiel about Trocare right now, but if you want to learn more, as Miguel said, check out mytrotec.ca, trocare.mytrotec.ca. There's a lot of great stuff up there, and I think Canada only for the Corel promo. Thank you, Lev. Exactly, man.
Yep. And as Lev talked about the kiss cutting, it should work most of the times. In this case, it won't work, and that's why I didn't say anything about it. It's because Don is not using a double layer trellis, right? You're only using one color trellis. So if it was a double color, I could kiss cut or engrave just the feet on the top. But since the acrylic is going to be covered by the trellis, there's no way to make that show, And this is for the trellis, by the way. This is not for the acrylic. The acrylic, it's much simpler than that. So
the acrylic
what I'm
has
gonna
a
do,
kiss cut on it already.
yeah. So what I'm gonna do here is something similar to what I did before, right? I'm gonna Control I, and this I'm basically showing you guys how I work, right? This is my workflow. I would go here. I would select each circle and then holding Shift, right? So if you click outside, you're gonna have to redo that. So please try not to. And what am I gonna do? And I know this is boring. This is gonna take a while. I'm gonna Control X everything, right? So I can remove. And Control F. So that will make me cut, and that will make me paste. But I will still have that in my memory, right? My pasting memory. So what would I do with that? I would offset the path of the whole skeleton so I could get a nice acrylic body. And I will Control F this cut line on top of the acrylic as well. So I don't have to do twice the work.
I am eager to see that. I do have some questions for you about how your workflow goes and how you structure a file, but I wanted to quickly point out. So Doug mentions he's already been running 2021 since January. You know what, Doug? Another copy of Corel 2021 makes a great gift for Halloween or stocking stuffer. So completely up to you. I will say, thank you. I got Miguel on my side. I always got this. I wanted to ask you, Miguel, really quick. Why not simply put these on their own layer so that you could like cut and put them on their own layer and then like just use the diameter, like expand the diameter of them by 2 millimeters,
like this,
like, or even just on their own layer in the document kind of thing, right? So that
because I should have done that in the beginning of the document, which I didn't. So that's what I'm doing right now.
So
I'm not doing I'm not doing in a layer, but I'm doing in a group, right? So every hole now is grouped. So basically, when I change this to whatever, this is going to be green, right? That's the color that we chose. So it's going to be green. And actually, let me remove these. And we won't need that. So green here, and then object path, offset path. And I'm going to do 2, maybe. Just too thick, 12. 08. Is that good? I think so, right?
Yeah. Now
It's too thick.
Boy.
It's too thick. Maybe it's too thick. I'm gonna put something steamer.
In the meantime, really quick here, I am gonna share something with you guys. So I want to show you these beautiful. Well, it's in French. Forgive me for that, but basically, it's désolé. It's a lot like the shadow boxes we built, though, and I think these are a really cool way to do like a 3D almost interpolation of that. They are here. I'll see if I can just translate it to English really quick.
Boop. That would be considering my shadowing me.
There we go.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah. Middle and Sparkling Coffin's Poison Moon and Begins. Probably not perfect, but they are really, really beautiful and made completely of wood and paper, apparently. So this is the thing, though. Like at $60 each, I can guarantee you that on a Trotec, provided that you had the go ahead to like make the, or if you had the if you had a design in mind, or if you had something that you could put together that had sort of a Halloweeny flair, I could see how these would give a beautiful ROI. I don't see how that would be too hard to put together, particularly with some of our previous Shadowbox streams that you could watch in terms of doing like multi-layered designs and stuff. I think we've got some good stuff on there that you could check out on our YouTube
Wait,
channel.
we didn't calculate the ROI for this, but this also has a great ROI. I'm absolutely sure of this. This is really cheap to build, and you can do
100%.
this in what, in a 24 by 12. You can do at least 6 of these skeletons. Okay, and I mean, if you're not using plastic, you could be using cardboard paper or colored cardboard paper to glue on top of the acrylic or on top of really cheap wood and sell this for $10, $12, you know? And it doesn't take a lot to actually cut when it comes to timing. So,
well, I will tell you, assuming you wanted to use, and maybe I'll pull up the website here really quick so you can see it, but assuming you maybe wanted to use our Trocraft Eco, which is not cheap wood by any means, but it is really, really good for crafting projects and things of that nature. It is entirely made of recyclable materials. I'll show you guys.
Eco is amazing, but then again, Eco is 3 mil, isn't it?
So there's 3 mil, there's 1 mil, and 1.5.
Oh, okay. 1.5 should be perfect.
Let's see if I can pop this up. Can you see my screen?
I'm done, Don. Can I send this to you? And
absolutely.
Are you good to? Okay.
Yeah, let it rip. Can you send it to the Gmail?
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you.
So before you keep that, let me just show how I'm thinking about this. So this is how I feel like it should look. Like the white being plastic, right? Trellis, and the black being acrylic. So this is how it should look, at least closer. The member should be closer, right? From the body. It's a little bit far apart, but that's the idea. Now the holes are bigger, the spine is a little bit slimmer, and hopefully there won't be any issues. And we're gonna have this done right now. Okay.
Absolutely. Also, here I'll pop this back in just while I wait for Miguel's email to show up. These different eco materials, I don't know how well you can see this, forgive me on the internet quality, but they come in packs of 5. Again, they're entirely recycled materials, and they're 12 by 24. So to Miguel's point, you could do, I mean, a whole series of different skeletons, different designs, different things. And like each pack of these is, I think a pack of 5, I've got the pricing here, is about $50. So if you can get 4 skeletons of each one, each piece, I mean, you're getting 20 skeletons out of there. Sell each skeleton for, $10, $15 in one sheet. You've already made more than the entire cost of the eco pack.
Exactly.
Individually already.
Yep. Same thing goes for Christmas decorations. I think that's one of the streams that I want to do. Is one more focus in ROI and how much money you can make on Christmas, right? Because it's the time of the year that people buy the most amount of decorations. And do different Christmas decorations. One that can be really cheap and really easy to make. Another one that's a little bit more expensive, like those shadow boxes that you saw there. They're really, really nice, but they take a while to assemble, and there's a whole human component to that. That you have to put your own price. It's not just the laser to paint and assemble and do all that stuff. These ones, like if you had it's a plier, not pliers, plier. What was the name of it?
Pliers, yeah.
Yeah, if we have the correct plier and like arm strength, we could assemble this in 5 minutes, maybe. No, less than that. 2.
I deserve that.
But like we're half an hour in, and I just sent to the Trotec Gmail.
Yeah, I've got it here. You sent me an Illustrator file, which there's no Illustrator on this computer. I don't know if you could send me an EPS.
Yeah, I can send you a PDF. I can send
PDF fine too. Yeah.
We can open directly on Ruby, since Ruby reads AI and PDF. Did you know that, Don? I don't know if this was a new thing, but
So
it's
I'd
reading
heard
AI now.
rumors. I'd heard rumors. That's pretty cool.
It's reading
I'm still here.
AI now. So actually, do you want to try that? Do you want to download the AI file and simply drop on Ruby and see what happens?
Yeah,
And
man, I'd love to.
actually share your screen.
Let's go. So
Prototyping
grab my
live. This is what we do.
Ruby. Oh wait, just make sure that I can my very secret login.
Do you remember yours? I don't remember mine. I'm gonna be honest with you. I only log in into most of our stuff because it's saved on my browser.
We're about to find out. Oh, wait for it. Hold on, I've got a backup. Wait.
Hold.
Mhm. Here's what I'll tell you.
Okay.
Ruby is our incredible. If you guys haven't seen it before, which I mean, shame on you, because Ruby is all over our YouTube channel, and I hope you'll check out some of those videos. But if you haven't, you know, Miguel, tell them about how Ruby's our amazing new high-tech software while I look at the piece of paper I've written down my password.
Oh God. Yeah. Ruby is the software that's here to stay, and I believe maybe within a year or so. Don't quote me on that. I'm like it's kind of foggy the information. We are only gonna support Ruby, and to be honest, Ruby, it's superior in every single way to job control. And as of right now, if you ever had a doubt in your mind if you're gonna use Ruby or not, the only thing that Ruby doesn't have that job control has is preview time calculation, right? That's it. You can calculate the time of a job before you run it. Job control can do it. I mean, can do it, right? So it's a approximation, but it's not perfect. Ruby still cannot do that. But besides that, Ruby has everything and much more. So, in my opinion, there's no reason why you wouldn't try Ruby at least. You don't need to throw job control to the window. You can use both, especially one for
Absolutely.
coding, the other one to actually use it. Ruby is much easier to fix files, to have a better workflow, to save files. I was training a customer this week, and if the outlaw is watching us, he actually saw me because I forgot to put it unlisted, so the training was live and some people were watching it. Uh, but that customer, he basically was doing the same exact job but for different companies, and they had different names. And he wanted a database where he could search for the tags of each, and Ruby can do that. You can tag a a, a file or multiple files with the same tag, and when you search, you can put just that tag. Like for instance, this case was hockey stuff that he was doing. I mean, I don't know if I can say what he was doing. So hockey stuff, right, for hockey team. So you can search a team name like what Mississauga Steelfish, and it would like pop up at 20 different files. Do not do that, dude. We're live.
What? You can just hear
Sure.
me like typing away madly in the background.
So 20 different files for the Steelfish, right? Same thing for the Canadians or something like that. So it's a really good sorting tool, and you can have all that in the cloud. No, you don't. It's not going to slow down your PC like Job Control does when you have 300 jobs in your queue. It it makes Job Control really really slow. So
Do you want
that's
to
it.
pop up Ruby on your screen there, Miguel? And
Yeah. While you try to make yours work. Yeah.
listen, it's not Ruby's fault. It's
Yep.
why is this not saved in my browser is the question.
Where is that a window? Yeah. Just a second, because Ruby is in different browser.
No, absolutely.
Okay,
Thanks,
here.
Mick. By the way,
All right.
Alexis on Fire, probably my favorite band. Wonderful sweater, very warm, very comfy. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I was talking to Don. It's gonna be like an Alexis on Fire concert really soon in here.
Oh, so jealous.
So yeah, this is Ruby, and the sorting thing that I was talking about is here. See, tags, no tags, Canadians. So if I go here, Canadians, just show me the tags that I put in. So if you're one of these type of customers that have many customers but do the exact same thing, and they have like small differences like a logo or something like that, you can literally just tag it. You know, so really easy, really straightforward. Ruby also has some graphic design capabilities that if you're creative and you know your way around like booleans and simple shapes, you can do some incredible stuff. Really, hopefully, it will improve the preparation. Here, you can choose your materials. Has a much better interface in job control, where you can, you know, change your power and your speed on the spot. You can add a new tag to the job that you're doing. You can also skip overlapping cut lines, something that job control doesn't have. So if you're doing multiple cuts, one next to the other, you can just skip the overlapping cut lines so it doesn't scorch the extremities of your whatever that you're doing. And I'm actually worried about you, Don. Where is this?
We're like, I'm so close.
Don't. If you're not okay, do you want me to help you?
Worry.
Let me do like a tech service thing here for you. So basically, what is happening to you is what invalid login. Is that it?
But not for long. Watch this.
No. Did you reset your super admin password?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Ha. Success.
Okay. So share your screen.
I will as soon as I finish resetting my password. This is scary. Oh my god.
So in the Ruby tray icon, if you know where it is on Windows, but I can show you. If you're having issues logging in on Ruby, I'm just gonna put it in here so you guys don't see everything that we see. Gonna be real quick. So if you cannot log in on Ruby, you can go to the tray icon here, the Windows tray, right? Show hidden icons, and there'll be Ruby. Well, he cut me off, but
I'm so sorry.
here you see the
Yes.
Ruby tray icon and it says that I'm logged in. So if you're having troubles logging in, you can right click it and reset super admin password.
What?
Right?
Oh
Yes.
no. I wish I'd known that. 5
So
minutes ago.
it'll literally take you to a screen where it just asks for your email and then it's gonna email a new password.
That's great. See, always adding new features that are so useful. This is the thing, man. So you guys don't know, but Miguel has become. I still get emails about Ruby, and I'm very flattered. But I will say that Miguel has become our guru when it comes to Ruby here in Canada. This man knows his stuff. If you guys ever have a question about Ruby, you go to mytrotec.ca, send in a question, and Miguel will get back to you as soon as possible with the correct answer, as opposed to the ones that I send, which are really meaningful and well meant. Okay, so let's try. So you want to guide me through, bud? If we want to add this this AI file,
just drop it there. Hold and drag.
Let's do a drag and drop from the downloads here.
Yeah.
Oh, Halloween Skelly.
Press F5 if it didn't show. Like refresh the page.
Hold on, I'm just gonna drag it in right now.
Oh, it didn't do it. Boop. Why so zoomed in? Like what? Error.
I'm inheriting some old. Let's see, error. Hey.
Why did they give it an error? Maybe because you don't have AI. Okay. I'm gonna send you the PDF.
All right, no problem. In the meantime, let me. Thank you, Lev. So glad to know you're watching.
No, that was me. That was me. That was me.
Oh, thank you, bud. Okay, so I'm gonna get my 400 all focused up here. This is my beautiful 400 Flex. If you guys are in the Montreal area, or if you're ever visiting beautiful Montreal, Quebec, I will encourage you to come by. We are in Saint-Laurent, which is like right near the city, but you avoid all that hustle and bustle of the city traffic. You can come and see us here. We got a beautiful showroom. I got a whole bunch of beautiful machines here. And like I said, I really want your guys' suggestions on how I'm gonna decorate this room out and decorate my new like office streaming space. It's gonna be really, really cool. But of course, I'm gonna enlist Miguel's help. I think he sent me this PDF, so I'm gonna check that real quick.
I did. It's there. It could be a laser tag room as well, right?
I can hear the disappointment in your voice.
I mean, this was supposed to be really. This is really simple. I know we're making this difficult, but it's what I told in the beginning. We're having, some issues since basically this is what the second or the second day that Don is in Quebec working at that place.
Still driving from Ottawa in the morning. So
and still trying to find like stuff around the office because he doesn't know where stuff is yet.
Yes, sir. So, all right. Let's share my screen again. Here.
All right, partner. I wanted to dress myself as a cowboy today, like I promised last week, but
you know what? It doesn't have to be Halloween for you to dress like a cowboy. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
So
it's in here as a whole. Here's my Ruby. Here's my PDF. Let's just drag that bad boy in here. Ba-bam.
No, ba-bam. What is that? Error what? Can you import?
Yeah, let's try to do that instead. Add new design.
No, import.
Oh, sorry.
No. Go back. Import. Wait, didn't the first time work? Can you click on it, see if it opens at least? Why is it giving you an error? You know you gotta do this on
another software that will remain nameless.
Yeah. On JC, right?
Oh,
yeah, mine is working perfectly. Like I just uploaded and it is working fine. What is wrong with yours?
I don't know, but I guarantee you I'm going to solve it. In the meantime, though, I'm going to make this happen.
But you gotta. Okay, so since he's working in job control now, you know that you gotta do part by part, right? Over. You gotta open the PDF from CorelDRAW and make a selection and print.
Don't you worry. This is a basic piece of software, basic but powerful, just like me. Let's see here. One thing I have been told before too. People will make the change between Ruby and job control for whatever reason, and then we'll forget that there's a pop-up that comes up on the main screen that says, hey, Ruby's still running. Do you want to switch over to job control? Here we go. You know what? Don't you guys sweat it, though. I mean, today is mostly, in my mind, about us coming back and letting you know that there's going to be more streams to come. This project is going to be up on the website and up on, like, on our Instagram and all that good stuff later today. So you can definitely check it out there, and I would encourage you to. I basically want to come back, say hello to all of you, to tell you guys I've missed you, to let you know about our plans for the future, and because I miss my buddy Miguel. I haven't gotten to have a stream with my buddy Miguel in a long time.
Mm-hmm. So that's mainly the reason why we didn't postpone this, to do a proper stream or anything. Is just because, you know what, let's just show ourselves, explain what happened, why we were away for so long, and when we're coming back and what we're doing, And
I think too, we've always made such a special point of doing holiday themed things. Miguel texted me.
Is there any holidays in November?
Remembrance Day, American Thanksgiving.
Wait, Remembrance Day is when?
November 11th.
Okay,
I
we
think
can. Yeah, we can do Remembrance Day. Isn't that on Friday,
I think
November
possibly
11th?
we did some really, really beautiful stuff last year for Remembrance Day too. If you guys want to see some great projects, particularly Amy last year knocked it out of the park on Remembrance
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a dud among them. I will say I'm not going to worry about. So this is all working fine now, but for the moment, I'm just going to focus on you guys. Oh, look at that, Miguel! You better be going to that Alexa show so we can be with you there in spirit. Here's the thing, Miguel, if he could, he would go, I think, but it's not just for Alexis. What is possibly Miguel's favorite band is taunting him by once again throwing a show that he may not be able to attend despite his best efforts. Poor Miguel has been trying
Yeah.
to see the Foo Fighters again for like 2 years. I don't know
No,
why that
not
isn't
two
happening
years.
for you.
4. 4.
Four?
Did you put? Did you hit the thing to go? No, right? Like
No,
start
I'm
the
just,
laser.
yeah.
But I'll explain. Yes, I came to Canada for the first time 3 years ago, and during the same time period that I was going to Canada, a Foo Fighter show was happening. Like concerts all around the country were happening in Brazil. So I missed that because in August 22nd of 17, 18, 18,
18, I think, yeah.
they were gonna do a concert in Toronto. But I arrived in Canada for multiple reasons. August 26th. So uh, it was actually August 24th. I think it was like 2 days later. So I missed that. And well, there was a long drought that they didn't do any concerts in Canada for some reason for like a year or two because they didn't have a new release of album or whatever.
Well, and
Didn't
they were
have a
touring for
tour.
a while too. That was the tour where he
Yeah,
broke his leg, I think.
yeah. But the when they finally came back to Canada was guess what? March? No, it wasn't March. It was May 21st of 2020. What was
2020, yeah.
happening? What was happening in May of
I don't know.
2020?
Something was happening that made that difficult, I seem to recall.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
lost that concert as well.
And then
And they're actually
cut to
gonna do a concert.
yesterday,
Yeah,
where Miguel is surfing the internet and finds the lineup for, was it Lollapalooza?
Lollapalooza. Yeah,
Yeah,
Lollapalooza 2022 in
2021.
Brazil. No,
Oh,
2022.
22, that's right.
Yeah, in Brazil, it's in at the end of March, and Foo Fighters is gonna play there. Alexis on Fire is gonna play there. Black Pumas, a lot of bands I'm a fan of, and there's a good chance that I won't be able to see because I gotta go back to Canada. So
You know what, though? We will be so, so, so happy to have you back.
I'll be happy to. I miss you guys. I miss the lasers. I miss using a laser. I miss assembling stuff. I miss giving you the power to be a host and not
Oh,
sharing this power. I mean, I'm not a good host. Like
you're an
it's
amazing host. Don't
ah,
even
come
sweat
on.
it. You guys want more proof that Miguel's a great host? You watch my well, you watch any of the the videos where he's hosted, obviously, but especially my birthday from last year where he like saved the stream. It is getting pretty tight on time here. You know what I will say to you guys? I'm going to quickly throw over to Randy's question because I think it's a very, very good question. So using Trotec solid woods or veneered woods and save the finishing time. You just got to cut them out and put them together. You are exactly right. And not to mention, pretty soon we're going to be having a Black Friday sale coming up. So if there are any of our materials in particular that you really, really love, I'll encourage you to hang in there just until like mid-November if you can. Mid to late November, and we are going to do like a special Black Friday sale like we do every single year. I'm working with our consumables team right now to make sure that happens. And
When
it's
is
going to
Black
be
Friday? Oh, November
fantastic.
26th.
Yeah, like mid-November. Exactly.
Okay, so it's the day after U.S. Thanksgiving. Okay, so are we gonna have anything for Choker? Is Lev around there?
I think we will. You know what? I would love to hear from you guys. If you want to send me an email, it is here. I'll pop up my email in the chat here. I would love to hear
Brave
from
man.
you guys. Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, it's on the website. There's nothing I could do. I I want to hear from you guys what you would like to see for Black Friday in terms of not only streams going forward here in the next month or two. So any techniques you want us to teach you, any particular materials you want to see, anything like that. Any suggestions you have for setting up a streaming space here in Montreal, I will give you guys a shout out on the stream. If you guys can throw me something that I can use, other soundproofing, things like that, I'm always open to your suggestions. But then also, I would love to challenge Miguel here going forward on the Rayjet Challenge with some cool techniques or products that you guys would like to see. And so, I mean, look, we've got ideas for days, but it's always more fun if we can use an ideas that you guys throw us. So anything you want to see, there's my email. I hope I spelled it correctly. And then also YouTube at troteclaser.com. You can always reach us there too.
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna put my email, but you guys can always reach me. I mean, who doesn't have my email can reach me at mytrotec.ca. Just create a ticket for applications and software questions. That will come directly to me, and I'll be able to talk to you. And whoever has my email, just email me. And pray that I'll be able to read that. So,
as I said, Neil's a very busy man. I want to thank you guys for coming out today. It's a bit impromptu and it was a bit all over the place, but you're going to see a really, really cool project. You got to see some great Miguel workflow today, I think,
and
as
the
Miguel
guests,
promised.
And the guests, because we didn't have any guests today, right? Yeah. This is what the first stream in almost a year that we don't have a guest. So next stream, we're going to have the whole gang again.
Yep. Well, I'll give you guys a little teaser. I've got a cool stream coming up next week with Mike Clark. I think maybe I'll see if I can snag Miguel for that one too. I'm not sure. He might be busy, but I think I got a good one with Mike Clark next week. I've got a customer who's going to be coming in to do an interview with me the week after that. And then hopefully, I think the week after that, getting pretty close to Black Friday, to Remembrance Day, all that good stuff. Maybe we'll get Miguel on again, and hopefully some of our old friends, maybe Joanna, maybe Enchanteur, maybe Amy. Love to have
Amy
Nicole
for
back.
Sure.
Oh man.
Today was only was only a maybe for Amy because we sent her an email 20 minutes before the stream started, so you guys understand how
maybe 20.
This wasn't really properly planned, but we did it. It's what matters, We showed up. We put our chests out there, to be slapped. Like, why are you not doing streams? But we will. We will keep doing streams, and I think now it's happening weekly. Not me and Don weekly, but Trotec weekly. We're gonna be popping up here every month for sure, and every holiday or thematic thing that happens in Canada, or around the world. Who knows?
But that's why I say, if you guys have suggestions, please shoot them to me on email. Leave them as comments on this video, any of that stuff, because the more cool suggestions we get, the more I can snag Miguel out of his busy schedule and come online and do this cool stuff. Anyways, we have to run. I know Miguel has a meeting, and I have to go cut out a Skelly Man. Thank you guys again.
Yeah, you got a Skelly Man to build.
We'll see you again next week. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. All the best.
Ciao, everybody.
Take care, everybody.